Deep South's oldest rivalry is renewed today. Georgia and Auburn meet for the 126th time. It's as old and competitive as they come. It's what college football is all about. Legends were conceived in this matchup, and miracles between these two received.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Oh no!
The Tigers are on a roll with back-to-back come-from-behind victories, last week claiming their first win in Death Valley since 1999.
Nick still on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown!
Only today they faced the nation's best defense in Georgia, suffocating opponents, shutting out their last two.
Down he goes by the Dogs defense.
Can the Cats keep their momentum alive, or will the Dog defense thrive? It's an epic SEC matchup right here on CBS. So get your popcorn ready. Next. It's the Home Depot SEC on CBS, and boy, do we have a great matchup for you. 88,000 here at Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama, as number 2 Georgia looks to remain perfect on the season, taking on the number 18 Tigers. Packed house, electric atmosphere, everything you'd expect on a Saturday in the SEC, and we are overjoyed to be bringing you all the action. Hello and welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium. Noah Eagle, the coach, Rick Neuheisel, quarterback Aaron Murray. We've got Jenny Dale on the sidelines as well. Aaron's still looking over his shoulder for Nick Fairley. Not sure what's going to happen today, but Coach, we are pumped up to be here.
Well, listen, for those of you who have never spent a Saturday in the South, it is absolutely glorious. You put it on your bucket list. Outside right now, all the tailgating, that was 5-star restaurant stuff. Very little in the way of popcorn. But I will tell you, if you like 5 stars, there's going to be plenty of them on this field. You played in this game. Explain the intensity.
Well, I did wake up this morning. My neck's a little stiff right now from just the beating I took. The fans are special. I mean, this place 3 hours before kickoff, you could feel the energy. It's amazing to me, and I guarantee you, we're in for an old-school type ball game right now. 2 great defenses. They want to run the football. A lot of physicality. We don't see this a lot in college right now, but you're going to get it this afternoon.
Yeah, the last few weeks, the question surrounding Georgia has been, who is going to be their starting quarterback? Well, your answer, yet again, is Stetson Bennett. JT Daniels still dealing with that grade 1 lat strain that kept him out of last week's game against Arkansas. On Thursday, he threw roughly 60 passes in practice, and Coach Smart told me, last thing I want to do is to push the envelope here. As you can see, both quarterbacks were warming up pregame, and guys, I'm told that Daniels could be used in an emergency situation, but it's Bennett getting his 3rd start this season.
Huge game for Auburn at home, 88,000 fans. This is their first real experience of this type of environment for a while, and here come the Tigers. We will be back in a moment as Auburn hosts Georgia. Number 2 versus number 18, and all the action is coming up next. The Home Depot SEC on CBS. A great one in store. Don't go anywhere. Georgia makes their way onto the field here at Jordan-Hare. Bulldogs 5-0 on the season. It is the Deep South's oldest rivalry. 126 meeting between these two teams. First game coming back in 1892. Georgia does lead at 61, 56, and 8. They've also won 16 of the last 20 and 4 in a row. But for Brian Harsin, coming off that marquee victory last week, this could be another huge opportunity to solidify what has already been a great start to his Auburn career. 80-25 record overall. On the other side, one of the best to do it across college football and certainly in the SEC. Kirby Smart now in his 6th season with the Bulldogs, 57-14. It is just winning, winning, winning. 5-0 in his 4th career start. Keys to the game in this one, Coach, for Georgia. Looks pretty good, and for Aaron in particular, spreading those running back touches is something we really talked about.
Yeah, I love the way Georgia uses all 4 of their running backs. Have to do that and then contain Bo Nix. Don't let him start running around the field making plays.
As for Auburn, what do we got?
Auburn has to find a way to run the football. That has been very difficult against this defense, but they have to find a way. If they get in 3rd and long, it'll be a long afternoon. And defensively, they've got to get Stetson Bennett into as many 3rd and longs as they can get.
Georgia won the toss. Deferred to the second half. It'll be Auburn at home, starting with the football. Nehemiah Pritchett, Sean Shivers are deep. Jake Camarda will send it for Georgia. The Deep South's oldest rivalry renewed once again here at Jordan-Hare. And it'll start from the 25. First real test against this Bulldogs front. Nix to go to the air. Lofts it. Complete over the middle. Hudson got a first down.
That is a great throw to start the game for Bo Nix. He was in rhythm. His footwork was sound. He has been so often just wanting to run from cover and go laterally, Aaron. This is exactly what you want from your young quarterback to start the game.
Well, it's also a big catch for Hudson. I mean, you saw last week, dropped on a skinny slant. These receiving, Bo needs some confidence, but I think these receivers as well need to make plays like that to gain some confidence themselves.
First set of downs for Nix. Play action. Plenty of time. Now he'll evade. Chased out of the pocket. Nix makes something happen with his legs and then tried to throw it away. It was nearly picked off. He got just enough away to force it out of bounds. Anderson was in the area.
These are the kind of things that make Mike Bobo pull his hair out. We saw him yesterday. He doesn't have much left.
No, that's because of me mostly, I would say. But you just got to let it go. I mean, you throw the ball 1 yard out of bounds, might as well throw it 5 yards out of bounds in that situation. But as we see right here, his ability to extend plays, but then also the speed of this Georgia. And there's Mike Bobo right there. He's wearing the hat because there's not a lot of hair up underneath it, but one heck of an OC.
Mike Bobo, offensive coordinator for the great Aaron Murray at Georgia. Another running play. We'll see plenty throughout the day on both sides of the field as Sean Shivers tried to go up the gut. And Adam Anderson, the first one there, one of the heart and souls of this Georgia defense.
Well, right now for Auburn, this is where they feel like they can move the football inside, outside zone because they can get double teamed. It's hard to move Jordan Davis one-on-one, but if you can get a guard center working to the second level, that's where they feel like they can move them a little bit. Not so sure about going side to side. And I like the idea. Go right at this defense.
Auburn just above 50% on 3rd down on the season. 3rd and 6, they'll hand it off again. Nice hole, and it's going to be close. Looks like it's right at the yard to gain. Austin Troxel gave a great block for Shivers to slither through.
Hey, this is exactly what Auburn's recipe for success has to be. Run the ball. See if they're going to grab this first down here quickly.
Bigsby is back on 4th and short. Go up the gut, and the big man's got it.
You know, Brian Harsin said it yesterday. We are going to be aggressive. He talked about trying that pop-over kick last week. We're going to practice these plays. It would be nonsensical not to run them when you get the opportunity. Sure, you're going against the #1 defense in the country, but you've got to show that you're on this field and you belong on this field. Up-tempo. I don't think he got it, boys. Here we go, 4th down again. Something that Brian Harsin teams have practiced for years. Actually, Gus Malzahn teams did it also. When they get those short yardage situations, they go right to the line of scrimmage and try to get the beat on the defense. This time, Georgia very much aware and stopped them.
You got the first 4th down. To me, this is obviously you go for it here, but this is huge confidence for this offensive line to say that, hey, you know most likely we're going to run the football. It's just mano-a-mano, man-on-man. Can you get that half yard?
Quarterback run possibility here.
Georgia tends to shift a lot. Both that one-pass option. Nix got it.
This is when you use your quarterback's legs on these 3rd down, 4th down, and short. You don't want to get him hit too often, but those downs are critical, so you'll take the chance.
Well, I love the pulling of a receiver and a tight end Shanker right there. Ours is zone read. He's going to read the defensive end. He crashes. He pulls it, and now all of a sudden you got a lead blocker. You got 2 lead blockers for Bo Nix in order to get that first down.
In a row. He'll go back to the air here. Nix feeling a little bit of pressure, fading away, and connects with Bigsby. Makes a man miss. Bigsby still on his feet and drives forward for a first down.
Mike Bobo has to be so pleased with the rhythm of this drive. He had Bigsby earlier, but again, kind of that Sundance Kid mentality. Can I move? He moves, he throws accurately. Bigsby gets a first down.
Georgia has been outstanding at keeping opponents out of the end zone in the red zone. Double fake, Nix for the end zone. Shaker had it, but dropped it for the first score of the game.
Well, Aaron Murray knows where the ball's going in the Bobo offense.
Tight ends in the red zone, and that's a similar play they hit last week versus LSU. You sneak them on a wheel route, and what Bobo always told me, big guys, fullbacks, tight ends, don't make them jump. Put it on their chest. Make it easy for the big guy, but still should have been a touchdown.
Thrown it over the other shoulder. He made him turn.
You got to catch the ball, though.
Yeah.
You got to catch the ball, though.
100%. Spoken like a true quarterback.
Always catch the ball.
I know. I'm standing next to two quarterbacks. We're going to hear a lot of that today. Nix lost the football, picks it up, and then loses it again. It's scooped up by Georgia. Big play by this Bulldogs defense.
These are the plays that Bobo and Hudson were waiting for. Like, you go out there and you want to be a playmaker, but sometimes don't make a worse play. Don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. We'll see if he was down.
There's a potential he was down before the ball came out.
I think the ball's out.
But this is exactly what we talked about. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
I'm interested to see if it's a forward pass. I think they need to look at that.
We'll get another look after the break, but as of right now, an absolute fantastic initial play by Anderson. Nix loses it a second time, picked up by Ringo, and Georgia's in business. And here is the update from Jordan Hare. It is intentional grounding on Bo Nix. This was not a fumble, but it was a forward pass. So let's bring in Gene Steratore to take us through everything here. Gene, this was obviously a very complicated play. What'd you see on this Bo Nix sack and trying to get rid of it?
It is, and a great job by replay. You know, Ken Williamson, the referee, rules fumble on the play. As we look at the end zone shot, we can clearly see that before Bo Nix gets to the ground, his arm is moving forward. It's very brief, but a forward motion. It's a forward pass. He's out of the pocket. The ball doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, so intentional grounding is the proper call after review.
So it'll set up 3rd and goal from just outside the 15. They'll swing it to Shivers, and he gets back inside the 10, but it'll bring up 4th and goal and a decision here for Auburn.
Oh, you kick the field goal, you take the points, but I just want to know during that commercial break, the conversation, I can hear it in my head right now between Bobo and Bo Nix and Harsin and Bo Nix about you're in the red zone, points are almost guaranteed. Play smart. Let our defense, same thing with Georgia, let the defense win the football game. Points are valuable right now, and we're about to see maybe, does that streak those minutes?
September 18th was the last time anybody scored against Georgia.
24-yard attempt from Anders Colson. And Auburn is on the board first.
That ball got tipped.
Kirby Smart still thrilled with his defense, only allowing 3, but it's the Tigers up early.
A really, really good player. We'll see him play on Sundays eventually.
Defensive coordinator Derek Mason was singing his praises yesterday. 4 wide receivers set now for Georgia on 3rd down and 7. James Cook is the running back in motion. Bennett's going to throw. Fires over the middle. It's complete, but short of the first down. He found his man, Ladd McConkey, but it'll be 4th and short and likely a Georgia punt.
Well, how awesome is it? You get to 3rd and long situations. This is what you want for Auburn's defense. Stuff the run on 1st and 2nd down. Make the quarterback, Stetson Bennett, beat you with his arms, and there's still a lot of question marks about the youth of these receivers for Georgia. What a great job to start this game for this defense.
Welcome back. The Tigers have a 3-point lead. Now it's time for our Hometown Connection presented by T-Mobile. And Demetrius Robertson started his career at Cal before spending 3 seasons at Georgia. With 1 final year left of eligibility, he entered the transfer portal in June. He told me he didn't want to go just anywhere. He was looking for the right fit for him as a player and as a new father. He found that alignment in Coach Harsin in Auburn. He joined the Tigers shortly after the start of fall camp, immediately made an impact. So here we have it. Robertson going up against his former team. He told me he's so excited to be going up against those players. He said, those are my boys, guys. He is also excited to go against his old coaches who had nothing but high praise for him.
Well, it's funny, Jenny. We were talking to Coach Bobo, and Bobo was actually picking his brain about the personnel, the secondary for Georgia, where their strengths, what their weaknesses, where can we expose this team that really has not been exposed on the back end at all.
We asked Bobo, have you asked Demetrius how he's feeling? He goes, honestly, no. He's so mature that I didn't even think it would faze him. Hunter comes into the backfield and takes the initial handoff. He was stopped a couple of yards shy of that line of scrimmage. There's Jalen Carter, who has been an absolute monster on that defensive front for Georgia.
This is rare air for Georgia. They haven't been behind. This is unique. We'll see how they respond.
Quick snap. Nix with plenty of time. Now will scramble. Here's what he does so well. Just shy of the first down as he's out of bounds and will shut up third and short.
Here comes another third and short. Do they go right to the line of scrimmage again?
And right now you're seeing this defensive line not really wanting to get after Bo Nix. It's more of, can we contain them? I mean, this is a defense heading into the game. 18 sacks. But right now they've been preached all week long. Stay in your lane, stay disciplined. Don't let Bo Nix run around. So that's why you're seeing adequate time for him to get through his reads right now.
Auburn sticking with experience, by the way, in the backfield. Sean Shivers again, the senior who was very involved on that first drive. 17 plays to get the 3 points. Third and 2. Nix dropped again and intercepted. It was batted up and then taken away. Nakobe Dean comes over and gets great field position for the Dogs.
Sean Shivers is obviously in the game because they think he's the best receiver from the backfield. He's got to make this catch. The ball is on the money. It gets away from him. And the speed of Nakobe Dean is on display again, Aaron.
It was an accurate pass, but it was a fastball. I mean, that ball's had some heat on it from Bo Nix. Just like with the ball to the tight end, with backs and tight ends a little bit more accurate. That's his first interception in a long time. He broke the record. Now he has to start over again and see if he can break it once again, but I thought a little bit too much heat on that one.
5th Auburn drop already in this game, and that's just the feel and pressure of that Georgia defense, just the thought process knowing they're going to be there every step of the way. Bennett will run.
We talked about Stetson Bennett's legs. Todd Monken knows he's got a little ace in the hole here when defenses gang up against these two really good running backs.
Well, you saw Auburn right there. They went to a single high, so they have enough guys in the box to stop the run, but that doesn't account for the quarterback. And I expect to see more and more of that in this ball game. Get to single high, put an extra defender in the box, but defensive ends have to be wary of Stetson pulling the football and running.
Cook stays in there as the running back. Bennett, play action, perfectly placed. First down yardage for A.D. Mitchell.
And that's someone I want to see have a big game. I was watching practice the other day. He stood out to me. Tall, strong-looking receiver. He's playing the X right now, so if he gets one-on-one matchups, they're going to go at him. He's a threat one-on-one.
Pressure comes off the edge. Bennett rolling, firing, incomplete. He was looking for A.D. Mitchell for the second time on the drive, and nice pressure and nice coverage by Chandler Wooten on the backside.
And man-to-man coverage, and great job by Bennett. Nothing's there. Throw it away, move on, get this thing tied up, most likely with a field goal. But tremendous job of sudden change for this defense. A turnover, short field, you come out there, give up a few plays here and there, but you buckle up inside the 10-yard line and force a field goal.
The junior, Jack Podlesny, comes on for a 22-yard attempt looking for the tie. And he splits the sticks. The interception sets up great field position for Georgia. They capitalize and knock things up. First quarter, tied at 3. Rick Neuheisel, also Mr. Miyagi up here on the booth. Nix rolling on third down. Evades the first. Here's what he does so well, and this time he will throw it away. Trying to pull another rabbit out of a hat. Trayvon Walker got to him, and Nix a little bit slow to get up. Will head back toward his sideline.
Very different. Right now, 13 personnel for Georgia, 3 tight ends on the field.
Cook, the running back. Play action for Bennett. Lofts one. over the head. His intended target was Cook coming out of the backfield, and Smoke Monday was there to blanket him.
Well, that's the problem with back shoulder fades. You have to let the quarterback stop you. Right there, Cook anticipating the back shoulder. He starts to slow down, and then his Stetson Bennett thinking he's going to blow right by Smoke Monday. You run until the quarterback stops you with the throw. I like that matchup, though. I like these tight ends and running backs against Smoke Monday.
So now a 2nd and 10. Kendall Milton, they'll fake it to him. On the run, complete. First down yardage, McConkey.
Sprint out, come back out. When your hips settle, you let go of the ball. McConkey makes a nice body catch. Just beautiful play.
Move the change, and Bennett is going to stay in the air. Going a deep ball. He's got separation. Perfect placement. Brock Bowers, the tight end, just making plays every week.
It's a great play call. They go fast. They fake the screen to the outside. Have a skinny post by number 1. Bowers comes on a wheel route.
Fake it to White. Lofted on the sideline. Oh, what a grab. Did he haul it in? No, he dropped it. Darnell Washington, but a flag.
I mean, the big boy going up and just using those big paws, almost making one heck of a catch. But you give a kid that's 6'7" that opportunity, at the end of the day, it's going to be a catch, or as you see right now, it's going to be a PI.
Pass interference. Defense number 23.
I don't know what the defender is supposed to do against that big body.
And includes an automatic first down.
By rule, both are entitled to get to the ball.
I don't
know what to do.
So McCreary is 6 foot 190. Washington is 6'7", 265, and as athletic as anybody on this team. First action in a while for Washington, who is highly touted out of high school, but has dealt with a number of injuries since arriving in Athens. They'll go back under center, and this time to the ground. Zamir White, no room. Could be the last play of this first quarter here at Jordan-Hare. We expected a back-and-forth affair between number 2 Georgia and number 18 Auburn. That is what we have gotten in front of 88,000 faithful. Auburn got the scoring started. A long 17-play drive ended in a field goal from Carlson. Georgia got an interception and a field goal themselves. And this SEC heavyweight bout is all knotted up at 3 at the end of 1 on CBS. Oh. 2nd and 11 to start this second quarter. Bennett escapes, makes one juke. Bennett still on his feet and gets popped. Just short. Smoke Monday came in like a bullet, and a flag is thrown.
Now here's the question.
I can't wait to see this because I am very been on the fence for the majority of these calls. Auburn got in trouble for one against Penn State, which I think most people out there would completely disagree with. We're going to get some replays on this one, but it's tough when the quarterback or runner starts to fall down. You have a target area.
Personal foul. Targeting with the crown of the helmet. Defense number 21.
The problem is he's launching and he's using the crown of his helmet. The runner is not a defenseless player because now he's a ball carrier and he hadn't transitioned to the ground. To me, it's the crown of the helmet and the launch.
Yeah, you saw the head go down.
But I know where we can get an answer.
Yep.
Where's that? Is that the dancing man?
The dancing machine.
And he is confirmed. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down. By rule number 21. Is disqualified.
And fellas, it should be noted that this is a rule to protect Smoke Monday. This is to protect him as much as the Stetson Bennett on this play. Because when you drop your head like that, you put yourself at risk.
I completely agree, and it's just unfortunate for defenders that Stetson's going down to happens. I'm still in the belief, though, that a football player should not be kicked out of a football game for the next 3 quarters. A game that means this much because of a play like that.
So no more Monday. Zion Puckett is in the game for Auburn. They go under center I formation, hand it off to the fullback who goes over the top, and it looks like got in. It's a touchdown for Georgia.
I think we got that lead back playing defensive line here. Oh, no.
Zamir White, 2 touchdowns last week, gets his 5th of the season.
A little fullback dive. They actually put Zamir White at fullback, hand in the dirt. And I love it. Quick snap, quick hitter, give it to the fullback. The running back lined up as fullback and go right downhill to be able to get the score for the Bulldogs.
The hidden fullback. The hidden fullback.
Brings Podlesny on for the extra point. Already hit from 22 earlier today after that interception set it up. Georgia lead.
That's a great job. A little bit through the air with Stetson Bennett. And Zeus to finish it off. Bulldogs up 10-3.
Third down and 8. Nix under pressure. Escapes. Nix short of the first down.
Decision down right here. Here's your 4th and 1.
Don't Lane Kiffin it. You're in your own territory right now. I think you got to punt it. Your defense has played fine to start this game. The last thing you want to do is give them a quick field position change, and I agree with this one. Punt the ball away.
They defer to your wisdom, Aaron. They defer.
That's why you watch other games. You learn from other coaches. Has to continue to make plays to slow down this running game. Pretty much eliminated through the first half.
Bennett back to the air. A nice one. Look out for the big target, Darnell Washington, who is really difficult to bring down. Gets all the way to midfield on the catch and run.
This is a Battlestar Galactica athlete. I mean, he is enormous, and he's a graceful athlete. He was lost for the early portion of the season because of foot surgery, broke a foot, so he's playing himself back into shape. But you can imagine how Todd Monken loves having him back.
Loves it, but I think that was the first example of what losing Smoke Monday meant. You saw right there, Kaufman was covering him one-on-one. That would have been Smoke Monday's guy in that situation.
Gain of 25. Play action and plenty of time. Bennett airs it out. Plenty of separation as well, and it's complete. Lad McConkey down the field sets up 1st and goal.
Little stutter and goal on the outside, and should have been a touchdown. Stetson, this is the knock on him. Can he throw the ball down the field as far as JT? No, but listen, he gave this guy an opportunity. Big play, but beautiful route by McConkey.
Huge down for this Auburn defense.
A.D. Mitchell on the outside. Milton, the running back. They will throw it. Fires. Hold in. A.D. Mitchell. Touchdown, Georgia.
Just a beautiful angle route. He starts in on a hard charging slant, puts his foot in the ground and returns. And just it's too much for Roger McCreary to hang on for that long.
They really love number 5, A.D. Mitchell. Promising future. Beautiful route. Sells it to the inside. Chris Cutt coming back. And that was a great job. Stetson Bennett, I said, running the ball has been a little bit difficult. Can Stetson Bennett win a game? Is he a game manager or not? He's managing it pretty well right now, Coach.
Yeah, he's managing it beautifully.
Podlesny puts in the extra point. A couple of big plays on this last drive.
Big plays from the mailman, one-on-one. Great route by McConkey. Get on top. Accurate throw. Then A.D. Mitchell one-on-one in the red zone. Georgia up big right now.
Would have been legendary. I mean, you're legendary. Hunter with a nice run on 1st down. Stumbles forward for 9.
Now this is what they got to do. Get the big boy back in there. 10 yards per carry heading into this ball game as Hunter get downhill, get to these third and manageable situations. And let's see if we can get Bo Nix back into this game. Get him in some rhythm, easy throws.
SEC Offensive Player of the Week going back to the aerial attack. Couple of fakes, couple of flags, and he's dumped in the backfield.
This is a perfect example of what plagues Bo Nix.
We're too fast.
Holding, offense number 52. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Right there, Bo Nix, double moves take time. You got to be patient. And right now, his feet are telling him to get off of it because they're too fast. You got to slow it down, especially double moves. 1, 2, 3, big pause, hitch, pump, second hitch, and let it rip. He's just getting through the reads too fast.
Loss of 9, sack from Zion Logue will bring up 3rd down and 10. Shivers, who tipped up the pass in the first quarter for the interception in the backfield with Nix. Who will take the shotgun snap and look to throw again. Rolls out and throws it at the feet of Shivers, incomplete. Trayvon Walker there to apply some pressure.
And we see right now, they did a lot of drop 8 versus LSU in these situations last week.
3rd and 8. Quick throw to the outside, and Jackson is stopped immediately there. That Auburn secondary was all in the area to make sure Jackson couldn't get any yards after the catch.
And that's a great job by Simpson, making sure he doesn't get blocked to the inside. Keep your leverage. Poor blocking on the outside by Georgia. Like I said, that was a huge stop to be able to get your offense over the good field position, get them on the field, and get some confidence back too, because Georgia offensively was moving the ball there in the second quarter.
Going back to that concept of keeping the edge. He kept his outside arm free, forced it back to his help.
Dan Lanning and his unit have been fierce once again. Nix fires. Incomplete. Shedrick Jackson was there. It was on the money from Bo, and it's 4th down.
And just a beautifully timed throw from Bo Nix. One-on-one. You see the safety rotating to the middle of the field. And it's an easy completion. You have a scholarship to the University of Auburn for a reason. You have to make that football play. And we've seen it over and over. We've seen it in this game. Drop passes. And to me, this goes hand in hand with Bo Nix getting off reads. There just is not a lot of trust right now between him and his receivers because of drop passes, because of long routes run so far this season.
Another nice punt by Chapman, and Jackson retreats to get it. This drive will start inside the 15.
It's been brilliant thus far.
This time they will go to the ground. Keeping the legs churning is Amir White. He is a power runner, leading this team in yards and touchdowns. Had the one earlier today as well, and gains a chunk on 1st down.
Well, the one difference, though, is that Nick Chubb and Sonny Michel were the running backs in, and they were getting some big chunk plays through the run game. And, you know, Georgia last week, obviously watching the Arkansas game, did a great job with all 4 guys. But right now, it's been Stetson Bennett running the football, leading in with rushing yards right now, and then throwing it as well.
And this crowd has really been taken out of it for the most part. Hit as he throws and delivers a dart. Brock Bowers, the tight end, just found himself some space, and Bennett finds his security blanket.
If he's not the freshman of the year thus far in the SEC, I don't know who is. He has been outstanding and absolutely exactly what they needed, given Darnell Washington's injury early. This has just been a beautiful wide receiver, kind of skilled big guy from Napa, California. The SEC going out to California and getting guys again.
I know Kirby loves going to Napa. I do too. And that was a great RPO read by Stetson. I keep an eye on him in motion.
They send Cook out wide now. Bennett on 3rd and 2 being chased. He is sacked. Big play. Echo Leota. And Auburn gets the stop. 3rd down and 10 for Nix. Lofts one. He's got his man. Shanker again. Make it a big-time gain and a fresh set.
Oh, it's 2-man, one-on-one with Quay Walker. And you've got to trust your tight end in this situation. He's the go-to guy. And a lot of people in this stadium just, little breather.
It was an absolutely huge play. Absolutely huge play.
The 1st and 10 knocking on the doorstep of Bulldog territory. Nix feeling it. And a dart. This time it's Hudson.
And that's a beautifully thrown ball on time, in rhythm to Hudson. And you saw on the back end, defender draped all over Hudson. It's good to see him making some catches this game, some confident catches.
Again, I remind Auburn, too late to abandon the run game.
Nix in rhythm. Hudson again. 4 wide receiver set for Nix on 3rd and 9. Has to get away from the pressure. He does. Nix moving. Oh, he found a man wide open. Demetrius Robertson. What a play.
He's going Manziel again. He's going Manziel. This was Houdiniac right here, getting away from this pressure.
We're making 2 guys run into each other. And this is the moment versus LSU when the table started to turn. He made some incredible play. It was a touchdown. And then now, once again, making another play, making guys miss, extending it.
Nix, like the end zone, nearly intercepted. Ringo is right there.
As soon as we say what a wonderful play, then he comes back and inexplicably throws it in a place where you just cannot throw it.
And did you see Demetrius Robinson pointing in the air? Give me a one-on-one opportunity. Throw it up, and let me go try to moss this dude on the outside.
No need for Brian Harsin to be in a hurry here. Minute 4, you do not want to give the ball back to Georgia with time for them to come down and score. You've got 2 timeouts. The running game and the quarterback run game got to be featured here.
Jarquez Hunter is in. Nix on 2nd and goal. Fakes the handoff. Shuffles around. Nix still on his feet. Has to get rid of it. Out of bounds.
That was a design run play. That was a zone read. Receivers were blocking it. Just a bad read by Bo Nix. The defensive end did not bite. And he was just feeling himself. There's just moments where you're like, you predetermine in your head, I'm going to pull this football.
For those of you on some sort of weight loss program, you can go on the Bo Nix workout plan and just run the many steps as he runs in any football game, and you will kill, I don't know how many calories, but you'll like the way you look.
I'd love to see his Fitbit tracker. What's that looking like
it's
after
like
a game?
Whoop. I want to see the heart rate, too.
Sure.
What they do with the PGA now.
The heart rate of the Auburn fans when he does it has got to be off the charts as well.
Shivers the running back. Schenker is in there, the tight end. Nix to Shivers, and he dropped another one. Nakobe Dean was right in his grill.
And this has to be caught. It's still a little bit of a heater, but got to catch the football, see if he can make Nakobe miss in the open field and get this to a 4th.
Yes, you can count on that.
Let's see if we want to go for it situation. But at the end of the day, you still get some points. Feeling a little bit better heading into halftime. And Bo Nix made some plays too, which was a good sign.
A couple of big 3rd down conversions.
Carlson hit from 24 on the first drive. Will look to do so again here. Movement up front, and now this could lend itself to a different decision.
Decision time.
I think you go for it at this pitch.
4th and 2. You're playing the number 2 team, and it looks as if they're all gathering, and they're going to head back out there for some more work.
Well, there's a reason why you went on the hard count there.
Offside. Defense unabated to the kicker, number 11. Half position for the goal. Nice 4th down.
Harsin knew heading into that if they jump, I'm going on a hard count. I want to see if I can steal 5 and then go for it from there.
Now remember, it's only half the distance to the goal. So it goes from the 7 to the 3.5. It's not all the way down to the 2. So this is really a decision for Brian as he makes up his mind here. 76% winning.
I like it.
Associated Press.
Winning percentage. Arkansas State and Boise. Now he's in the SEC.
Where do you go here?
I mean, Schenker has to be your guy right now.
Quarterback is going to be featured. He's going to have a run-pass option.
Big bodies in the game. Tank Bigsby. Couple of tight ends, including Schenker and Tyler Fromm. Nix will throw. Nix looking end zone. Complete. Xavion Capers, the intended target.
It's a great job in the back end. I think it was Brady, the defensive back there. That's just a great job.
I want to see this. To me, there's a little bit of grabbing on the back. It's tough on the back end line. Lots of holding. I think they missed one. Georgia got away with a penalty. It's bang, bang, but I think he was a little early, and there was some grabbing before he got to the top of the route as well. But that minute extends for the Georgia Bulldogs.
You create that bunch formation so that you can create picks. And obviously, to fight through the pick, Brini grabbed a little cloth, but no harm, no foul, say the officials.
And Georgia
You were just on the side of the officials today. I love it.
It's a
tough job. Yeah.
It is a hard job. There's only like 20 of them out there.
Bennett will have to take one more knee to get this to the
Actually,
half.
there are more like 86,000 of them out there who saw it cut completely different.
And then they're voicing it at the moment right now as well as they continue to show the replay here in the stadium. I think we both agree, though, you had to go for the touchdown.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree. you got yourself in a position to get yourself a touchdown, get this thing back manageable, one-score game. You had to try.
Bennett kneels it down. And that's the end of the first half. Georgia 17, Auburn 3, as the Bulldogs defense gets another big-time stop at the goal line. For Jenny's halftime interview with Coach Kirby Smart, go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. We now send you to Adam Zucker in our New York studio for the Geico halftime report.
I'm loving the way Stetson Bennett is playing this football game. Been labeled a game manager. He is not managing. He is dominating right now in the first half.
Hands it off to Zamir White, who had the early touchdown for Georgia. Puts the head down and gains a couple to start the second half. That run game for both teams was going to be an X factor, and Georgia has not abandoned it. At times it feels like Auburn has.
Well, I think both teams want to get going running the football. It didn't happen in the first half, but this is third, fourth quarter when you start to see the effects. Can we wear down these defenses? But both defenses wanted to put the ball in the quarterback's hands. It's just right now Stetson Bennett played better in the first half.
Stick with a hot hand. White makes a cut and keeps the leg going for a first down. Chandler Wooten, the first man there. Let's go down to Jenny Dell. There was a big third down sack on Georgia's last full offensive possession from Leota. Let's see if Auburn can get another stop here. They cannot. Kendall Milton finds some space and a fresh set of downs. Knighton finally trips him up.
And a great job by Bowers and Fitzpatrick on the outside. You bring the tight ends in. Guys that are a little bit more used in the passing game. Set the edge themselves, blocking. Allowing Milton to get on the outside to get the first down. And right now you see the game plan heading into the second half for Todd Monken. We want to run the football. We want to go down their throat. Love his mentality right now.
How about this offensive line as well? Salyer still out, got hurt in the first half, but Broderick Jones is coming on the left tackle, 59, and has done an excellent job. Zamir White, big gain, 11.
You can feel the momentum switching to the Georgia run game. Todd Monken knows he's got him on the ropes right now. Look for him to continue to try to be physical, come right at him. This can be a will-breaking drive. Hold them to a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, we haven't seen much going to that, Coach. We haven't seen much pressure on Stetson in this ball game. Offensive line's done a good job. They've gotten the ball out quickly in these situations on flare routes.
Third and 5 for Bennett. Steps up, overthrows Kieris Jackson in open space. Fourth down.
That's a great job by Leota, who had the big sack early on in the second quarter. He drops in the zone. Stetson doesn't see him. They end up rushing 3, dropping 8 in coverage. And he's that guy you don't account for. You think he's a defensive end rushing. You may not see him drop into coverage. Last second, oh no, just sails it. Great play call. Like I said, we saw a lot of that versus LSU last week. Dropping 8, playing a little bit of Tampa too.
But Lesney made from 23. This one from 43 is on the way. Hits the upright. No good.
The Auburn fans come to life.
It's a game of momentum and runs, and Auburn with a huge stop to start the second half. We'll get the football back next. 17-3 as Auburn takes over from their own 26-yard line. Offense has been somewhat stagnant for the most part. Demetrius Robertson makes the grab but loses yardage. Latavius Brini, another big tackle.
And we keep talking about keeping your leverage as a blocker and as a defender. You're not letting them get to the outside. It is a battle over and over again.
Only 2 defensive linemen initially for Georgia here. 3rd and 6 for Nix. Fires. He's got it.
That's the second time they've connected on that route. I was a little bit nervous because the defense had the leverage, but better route by Kobe Hudson, and that's his throw. It's 2 for 2, perfectly thrown. You throw it towards the sideline where it's a catch or an incompletion. Another big conversion for this offense. Not a lot of them in the first half.
And Aaron, at this point, what's Mike Bobo saying to Bo Nix? What would his message be to his quarterback of, let's get back into this one and maybe do some more of that power football with Jarquez Hunter?
Well, that's what Bobo wants to do. I mean, it's a mixture of what Harsin did at Boise State, his history, and what Bobo has done going back from Georgia to Colorado State. But at the end of the day, both these coordinators and head coach want to run the football. They want to get downhill and then take some play action shots on top of that. So I think the biggest way to make Bo Nix feel a little bit more comfortable is get some runs like that going.
Second and short, play action pass over the middle. Kobe Hudson has another first down.
They either put some stickum on their gloves at halftime or they had a good talking to about concentration on the ball. That's a little RPO throw by Bo Nix. Beautifully done and a great catch.
Well, this has been his best game catching the ball for sure.
These were the moments. Nix was magical last week against LSU, but they hand it off to Bixby, and he's got no room to run. He'll get to the 40-yard line. This would be about a 57-yarder, which is well past Anders Carlson's range so far.
I'd punt it here. I'd push him back. It doesn't look as if that's going to be the way they're going to go about it, unless they're going to let Bo Nix kick. But I
see if you can get him off sides and draw 5. They did it on the field goal
right here. I'd back him up. We'll see.
We'll look out for the pooch. But Nix was electric, making plays when plays were required in Death Valley. 4th and 8. Nix got it up and incomplete. He was looking for Robertson over the middle, and it'll be Georgia football the other way.
Just a tad bit too high. Missed opportunity for Auburn. Big 4th down stop for the Dogs. They get the ball back with great field position.
Auburn's defense has locked in these last 3 drives after Georgia, and especially Stetson Bennett was slinging it all over the field prior. He will go to the air to start this one and dial up the deep ball. McConkey is open, and McConkey is gone. Touchdown, Georgia. The mailman delivers.
And he did. Big post route because they ran the ball on the first possession. They set it up. What do they want to do? Run, 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 play action, take a shot. McConkey, the playmaker, the speed down the field.
The footwork on the route was just absolutely textbook. He set up a little corner weave and then got across him. Absolutely a beautiful route. Bennett put it out in front. Touchdown, Georgia.
He beat Nehemiah Pritchett, and here comes Putlesny for the extra point. Knocks it through, 24-3. 9 seconds later, you blink, you might miss it. Ferris Bueller would be proud. Quick strike, McConkey streaking downfield for 6 more, and the Dogs in full control in Auburn. Take a look at our GMC game changer.
Well, Stetson Bennett has been letting it loose. Great job. Defenders run into each other. Brock Bowers on a wheel route. I love the fact he held him up before the safety can make a play on the outside. And then his go-to on the deep ball, a stutter and go from McConkey. Beautifully thrown, a little bit underneath, but still completion down the field. And then one-on-one, you see the safeties creeping up against the run. I ain't underthrown at you this time. McConkey, post route, beautifully thrown. Touchdown, Dogs.
Last week against Arkansas, it was that management. 72 yards, only 11 throws. He's 12 of 17 today, Stetson Bennett. 211 yards, 2 touchdowns, including the 60-yard strike to McConkey. Shivers will take it out here. Patient with it. Shivers upended as he crosses the 20-yard line.
A touchdown right here, getting that back to a 2-score game would be a huge deal to get this crowd back involved.
Oh, you need some points before you head into the 4th quarter. That is the goal. Get something on the board.
Auburn did trail by 9 heading into the 4th quarter last week at LSU. Outscored the Tigers 14-0 as Bixby is spun forward. Nice gain on 1st down to bring up 2nd and short.
Last time they had a 2nd and short, they hit a little RPO because the run is being honored by the Georgia defense.
Bixby's got his touches today, but hasn't been able to break one loose yet. motion. Once again, fake it to Bigsby. Loft it down the sideline. Catch is made. It was reeled in.
That was an absolute beautiful throw. First real touch throw we've seen from Bo Nix today. The flag will be defensive holding. They'll decline it. Beautiful play.
How about Kalen Newton making the grab?
On the defense, number 36. That penalty will be declined. Result of the play, first down.
Can you remember another touch pass, Aaron, earlier in the game? Where he didn't throw a high velocity?
I haven't seen many.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many.
That was gorgeous. It means it's in his repertoire.
So into Bulldog territory with Bigsby in the backfield. Nix feeling it once again. Sideline this time. What a catch. Demetrius Robinson. Electric from Robertson on the side against his former team.
I mean, what a catch, but what a throw. I thought there was no chance this ball was going to get through to his intended receiver. I still don't know how it got through. Right over the defender. Beautifully thrown ball. That's two great down the field throws for Bo Nix. Adding a slightly bit of touch on that one. Not as much as the previous throw, but all of a sudden Auburn is in the red zone. But like Kirby Smart said at halftime when talking to Jenny, this has been the moment where Auburn has not been able to capitalize.
Robertson going up against the team that he spent 3 years with after starting in Cal. As Nix will roll out of the pocket. Nix sets the feet. Fires end zone. A little bit high. It was Robertson again. And we've got an injured Bulldog on the field. Lewis Seen slow to get up.
It isn't often you get to see people run like Jalen Carter just ran from a defensive tackle position chasing this quarterback. That the NFL scouts will look at time and time again. This guy could flat run.
Well, it's like Jordan Davis last week chasing down some guys. I mean, these defenders for Georgia, their speed.
Seen is down. We'll be back. Bigsby, the running back. Keep an eye, 47. Shift from that Georgia line. Nix will look to run it. Nix has some space. And Nix.
Looks like they're going to mark him out just short of the first down.
About a yard.
Looked like he could have made the first down and might have done so. Let's look at it.
Brahms with a nice block right there, 52 in blue, and just a tad short.
They almost always lean it back in terms of the spot when the quarterback goes into slide mode.
3rd and 1, Bigsby. Plows forward, Bigsby to the outside. Bigsby, a ridiculous effort for the Auburn touchdown.
That's playing big by Bigsby.
And it ends. Someone scores on this Georgia defense. Tank Man has been quiet the past 3 weeks. Has been quiet in this ball game. Only 29 yards rushing. But coming up big, physical, keep the legs turning. Find a way. And this football team, these fans needed a touchdown.
First third quarter points Georgia has allowed all season. Anders Carlson on for the extra point. And he's got it. Auburn has some momentum in their favor now here in the third.
Tank Bigsby. Big plays by their quarterback. Bo Nix gets inside the 5-yard line. Tank finishes it off.
Smoke Monday. If you're just joining us, ejected from this game on a targeting call in the first half. But he is hyping his guys up from the sideline. They have been without their captain, Owen Pappo, as well. And the coaching staff has really praised what he's done as a vocal leader. And now the crowd back into it. Stetson Bennett delivered a 60-yard bomb to Lat McConkey on the first play of the last drive. What does he have as an encore here? Quick pass, Jackson. He's dangerous in the open field, but bottled up down low.
Todd Todd Monken is respecting this Auburn front. He is giving them all the respect. They shut him down to less than 2 yards a carry in the first half. It looked like the physical toll was starting to wear on him, but he sees him ganging up in the numbers, and he's just going to take the easy yards outside.
All it is a numbers game, and if you want to put more guys in the box, we saw in the post route, you add a safety in there, you're going to throw the football. Right now, Georgia's able to do both.
White weaves his way through that Auburn defense, has spun down in first down territory.
And this is, to me, is what Georgia's offense is. We're seeing this half, able to run the football, get first downs, get to third and short manageable, play action pass, take some shots over the top. They're working beautifully right now. I think the game plan has been executed extremely well, and Todd Monken has to be pleased with the way it's going here to start the second half.
Let's see what Derek Mason dials up for this Auburn defense. Bennett will throw it. Bennett has his target, McConkey again, who's having himself an outstanding game for another first down.
McConkey has been Mr. Go-To right now for Stetson Bennett, and he's doing a great job. You win a couple times over the top. Go ball, stutter and goes, post routes. You're getting some respect for that speed. Now you come back with a simple comeback route to the quarterback, on time, in rhythm.
I will guarantee you that Stetson Bennett and McConkey have worked a lot of time together in the summer months.
The other thing, and I loved what Coach asked Derek Mason yesterday about whether or not they take it personally that all the praise has been on the Georgia defense side of things. He said, absolutely. You never want to settle for second when first is available. This is the time on third and short. Big moment here. Third quarter, 2-score game. This is the time to show.
It's put up or shut up moment for this Auburn defense, and I love them. I think they are excellent. But if you want to win, you got the crowd noise behind you. You got the 12th man on your side. You got to step up and make some plays.
Big opportunity for the Tigers.
Bennett keeps lots of open space. Getting into the secondary. Look out! And he's tripped up from behind. What a play call.
Flex on him, Stetson. I absolutely love it. I mean, everyone's thinking run, 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 and just very patient with the read with Zeus. And my man gets a little bit selfish, says, I want more, cuts it up on the safety for the big run.
Back to White on the ground.
The respect this young man has gained in this locker room with the Georgia fan base, there are a lot of happy people he did not transfer this offseason.
White chugs forward. About 3 yards shy. We go right back to Jenny.
Yeah, the most amazing thing about Stetson Bennett is he almost didn't return this season to Georgia. He said you don't play football forever, and you'd like to play football when you can. It was a tough decision, probably one of the hardest that I ever made, but at the end I broke it down. I decided to stay. Coach Smart knew he was frustrated about the reps he's going, but hey, thank goodness he made that decision to stay because he has shown what he can do out here today.
Well, Jenny, he does the duty that lies nearest. It's amazing to watch him go out there and do it.
As an old walk-on quarterback myself, I have total respect for what he's accomplished, and I think he made the exact right decision, knowing, hey, listen, I'm a Georgia man. If I get an opportunity to come back and play here, I'm going to take full advantage and look at him do it. It's fun to watch.
He's got the Dogs up 24-10 as we go to the fourth quarter on CBS. Is rocking. Third down and 3. Start of the fourth quarter. Can Auburn keep this to a minimum of 3? Bennett has been spectacular. 15 of 20 so far today, including 2 touchdowns. Cook the running back, but Bennett will throw. Looking for Cook. Forced out of bounds. Did he hold on? No, it's incomplete.
Great play there by Roger McCreary, the Auburn corner. Making sure he didn't get to the line to gain and actually knocking the ball loose. Looks like he catches it, though.
Yeah, he catches. I want to interest to see if maybe get a couple more looks to see if he may have gotten a foot in or not.
It's going to be whether or not his foot was down initially before he got hit.
Yeah, I think they need to look at that one. It looks like the right foot, depends if the left foot went down first, but the right foot looked like it may have hit in bounds. And I think Kirby's walking up the field wanting to get another look at this.
Either way, it's going to be a field goal. It's going to be 3 more points for Georgia as Podlesny adds a couple more to his career tally. So 8 seconds into this fourth quarter, Georgia leads 27-10. The freshman Jarquez Hunter in. Instead, they'll swing it to the other running back, Shivers, who finds a little bit of space and turns on the Jets to get some of that yardage back and get across the 30-yard line.
Quick question for you, Coach. Down 17, 14 minutes. If they don't get this, are you going for it in your own territory? Looking ahead.
We'll find out quickly here by the play call. I think you can still punt one more time, but I wouldn't be surprised that you wouldn't see a quarterback run or a running play here to make it a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, something that the percentages go way up in terms of achieving the first down.
From the tight end motion. Nix has to escape and can't do so. Immediate pressure.
Quay Walker was a free runner right there, and there was no answer. Normally when you have a free runner coming right at the quarterback's face, he's got a hot receiver. In this case, I don't see one.
Well, there's no one there. And this is one of their disguised pressure, simulated pressures where they're dropping an end on the backside. You see the left guard and left tackle go to block. The defensive tackle and defensive end, they move to the outside. The center is eaten up by the other linebacker over his face.
Right now, what a performance by the Georgia Bulldogs here in Jordan-Hare. They have put on a clinic, especially on the defensive end. Allowed 3 points on the opening drive. Since then, it's been pretty much all dogs. And we'll see how they handle this. Just under 13 to play. Stetson Bennett has been masterful. Hand it off to Milton. And Milton cuts once, surges forward, gains 9, and we go down to Jenny Dell. This staff, Kirby and everybody he's surrounded himself with, they've done a great job of continuously adjusting with the times. Mental health has become such a big part of sports over the last couple of years, and they're following that trend and letting these kids, leading them, I should say, to success on the football field.
Samir White with the first down right there. Listen, his mentor was Nick Saban.
Yeah. Nick
Saban leaves no stone unturned in terms of advancing the program.
And you have the best defense in college football.
Chewing up more yardage. Kendall Milton, the sophomore from Fresno, California. So more on this.
Georgia hasn't been tested in a way of a team that can run it and throw the football. And I'm really interested to see. I think they can handle it, but we got a long way to go before then.
This time it's Cook. Cook in the open field. Breaks a tackler. Finally dragged down from behind. Brock Bowers with a great block to get his running back some space.
And right now you're seeing this offensive line dominate up front, and this is the recipe. Wear teams out in the first and second quarter. Get them exhausted. Get some play action pass. Get them questioning on the back end. Do I want to fill? Do I want to come up and make a tackle? And we keep hitting it over and over again. Fresh legs at the running back position. White, Cook, Milton, Kenny.
3rd and 2. Big play for Georgia. And Auburn's defense in particular got penetration. Couldn't wrap them up. And what a play! Zamir White out of sight for a Bulldog touchdown.
They brought the heat. And Jacoby McClain had him dead to right in the backfield. You gotta make the tackle. You are the best player on this defense. You're one-on-one with Zeus in the backfield. And Zeus brings out his inner Zeus and just runs right through it, keeps it going, gets in the end zone.
That was bull elk on bull elk at contact, and Zeus came away the better for it.
But Leslie back on and makes this 34-10. He's nicknamed Zeus for a reason. Power, size, strength, classic runner up the middle, extending the Bulldog lead, 34-10.
It's just Coach Saban evolves with the times.
Nix will go back to the air. Nix will be spinning in every which direction. Throws on the run. Found his man on the sideline. Jackson was there, and it's a completed catch.
And you got the fans up on their feet cheering for that one. This is what Bo can do. Great job extending the play, and yeah, Jackson's in. Most likely 2 feet there, and it's go, go, go time. And they do got to make some more plays. Let's not forget. I mean, they dropped a not wide open, but a big 4th down conversion. Then Georgia next play goes over the top for a huge touchdown. I think the receiving position has to continue to evolve.
Nix extends. And then nearly brought down he is. The initial contact was Jalen Carter, who does a little dance on the ground and then eventually dragged down by Robert Beal.
And Jalen Carter, one of my favorite players to watch on this Georgia defense, and became more famous last week for his block as a fullback, but you see these guys continuing to work the speed of those big guys up front. A little bit too much for Bo Nix.
His instincts are to go backwards to try to create space that he can ramble from sideline to sideline. He's got to learn to climb in that pocket.
Georgia has just dominated the line of scrimmage once again, and the biggest thing here, they haven't had a ton of long runs. Bennett had that 30-yarder, but for the most part, it's been 5 yards here, 6 yards there, maybe a 7-yard play here. It's just been chunk after chunk to wear down this Auburn defense. Here's another example as James Cook hurdles for a first down.
Yeah, they have been consistent as can be in terms of this second half, being the aggressor at the line of scrimmage.
And right there, fans got to see Broderick Jones, number 59, highly touted. See him on the move, making plays. And Kirby is loving it. You know deep down inside, he loves old school football. He loves to run it. He loves to play great defense. And he knows the strength of what they have at the University of Georgia is exactly that right now.
Love what Kirby Smart said about having his 2 quarterbacks. He said that they're both leaders on this team, and it's easier when the situation is the fact that one of them is injured, and they've been lifting each other up, Bennett and JT Daniels. But at this point, the way Bennett has played, he's gunning for this job long term, and we'll see in the weeks to come whether or not that will be the case. Under 3 to play in this 4th. Auburn calls the timeout. Their 2nd of 3. Kirby Smart told us yesterday that he thinks that half the time his guys don't even know who's in at quarterback. They just trust that either one of them is going to get them the ball, which is obviously a luxury to have. With the way things are going, Stetson Bennett could be earning himself a full-time role.
It's going to be a tough decision, and we'll see what this penalty is. Unsportsmanlike first down. Gonna give Georgia the first down, and Auburn makes a good play and then shoots themselves in the foot, unfortunately, and Georgia will continue this drive. But going back to the discussion about the quarterback situation, it's a great luxury to have, knowing the confidence in Stetson from this football team. I don't know what you do. I don't, because it's hard to take out a hot hand, a guy that's winning football games, that's doing everything that Stetson's doing, plus adds the dynamic ability of running the football. It's going to be a tough decision.
It may play right into your hands, because what you want to do with Stetson Bennett is get him back, what you want to do with JT Daniels is get him back to completely healthy. If you can get through the Kentucky game, you get a bye after that in anticipation for the game in Jacksonville with Florida. So if you can get him 100% healthy, you get to see Stetson Bennett play again next week against Kentucky, and then you can find out where Stetson Bennett is. Is he our starter? JT Daniels, can come off the bench, clap his hand 3 times, and lead a comeback if it's required of him. Now, JT Daniels started the season as a starter, but that's just the way football works.
Yeah, and you hate to see a guy lose a position because of an injury. But quarterback's a different beast, because you can't just rotate guys in there. You can't have a 2 quarterback situation. When guys are this similar in their ability to go out there and execute, I'm a big fan of both. And obviously JT brings you the ability to be a little bit more accurate down the football field, but then Stetson gives you the ability to run the football, as we see in the zone read. Oh, you know him out in Georgia, of course.
Edwards again.
And I got one shout out real quick. Happy birthday, Mama Murray.
Oh, wow.
Gotta throw it out there. Mama Murray.
That's outstanding by you.
Yeah, that's great work. Truly great work.
Get in there.
just in the nick of time. So 43 seconds left. Brian Harsin will take his last time out.
This is the kind of place where all of a sudden you kind of dare Georgia to go ahead and do something over the top.
First down will end the game. Instead, they look end zone and it's incomplete. Justin Robinson was the intended target. So Auburn will get the football back with 38 seconds remaining as we look ahead for the Tigers. They will drop to 4-2 on the season. They go to Arkansas next week, who is also now 4-2 after back-to-back losses. Then the 30th, Ole Miss. So a couple of difficult matchups in a row. A&M, look, there's never an off week in the SEC.
No, not in the SEC West either. Obviously, SEC East this year a little bit down, but the West is an absolute grind. Ole Miss, Arkansas, Mississippi State. I love watching Mississippi State. That's a good football team. It is tough, and as we see, TJ Finley coming in to finish the football game for Auburn.
Orchestrated that 98-yard drive to complete the comeback against Georgia State on September 25th, 2 weeks ago. And Finley will air it out. Has a man wide open over the middle.
Well, he looks stately in the pocket. I mean, he is exactly the prototype of what you're looking for. He's a 6'5" guy, 240 pounds, stands in there and throws it beautifully. Oh,
which I think
24-0 Nick Saban against his former assistants. And Jimbo's been on the wrong side of that 4 times.
I think that's what John Samuel Schenker is going to be saying to you after this game. He's ready to whip you and go. Schenker. Final play of this one. Finley delivers another strike. Shedrick Jackson makes the catch, and that will do it. Georgia stays perfect on the season. A dominant defensive effort once again by the number 2 team in the country as the Bulldogs take it 34-10. They've shown that they can win with their defense, and today they showed they can win a little bit with their offense as well.
And run the football. Stetson Bennett, been labeled the game manager. He was far from that in his performance. 14-21, 231, 2 touchdowns. Push the ball vertically down the field. Keep the defense honest for Auburn. And you said, Noah, this defense is absolutely tremendous. It was great to see them live in action, do their thing. It's a complete football team, and they're still getting healthy. They got some receivers coming back. They got Washington healthy at tight end. They're going to continue to evolve. Obviously, JT is not playing right now.
A lot of depth at wide receivers still coming back.
Yep.
At the end of the day, elite indeed. Right now, elite indeed.
Enough said. So, that'll do it for us from Jordan Hare. For Aaron Murray, Rick Neuheisel, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, and our entire CBS crew, this is No Eagle saying so long from Auburn, where the final score is Georgia 34, Auburn 10. Later tonight, number 1 Alabama takes on Texas A&M in College Station here on CBS. Coming up next, we'll send you to Adam Zucker and company for the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage after these messages.